Hi everyone and welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about your customers. Your customers are absolute gold and you want to treat them like absolute gold. Treat your customers as amazingly as you possibly can and that will keep them coming back. So you might have just started, but once you've got customers, this is what you need to do with them. So I want you to think about how you would like to be treated as a customer. So have you bought things from other direct sales companies before, and how did they treat you as a customer? Did they follow up with you? Did they follow up to see whether you like the product or not? Or did they not? Have you been treated really well by another company? Then use that as your guidance. If you haven't been treated well by another company, then use that as things not to do. So nobody has to order from you. Everyone is free to order from whoever they choose to order from. They might order from you 1 month, they might order from somebody else the month after. You don't own any of your customers. They are free to go anywhere that they like, but they will order from the person who treats them the best. That's what I find. So make sure that you are putting samples in orders. If I was ordering from someone who didn't give samples and then someone else who did, I am going to go back to the person who does give samples. That's an added bonus that I'm getting from ordering from that person. If I order from someone who never ever gives samples with the orders, then I'm not going to be going back to them. I'm not saying give samples out for free all the time, but put them in your orders. Your customers have bought something, put a sample in. Samples are really easy to make. Get your wax bar, you can warm it up a little bit on a plate in the microwave just for like a few seconds if you want, or you can warm the knife. Get a sharp knife and chop each cube into 3 or 4 pieces. That's an ideal sample. Stick it in a bag and put a label on with what it is. You can do samples of washer whiffs as well. Put half a scoop in a little Ziploc bag, put a label on it. You can do it with bath soak. Get your washer whiff scoop or a smaller scoop, put some in a bag, fasten that up and put a label on it. It's really easy to make samples. Use your free and your half prices to build up your wax and your whiffs and your soak to be able to do that. And you will get wax in your kit as well, so use those for samples. Really take care of your customers, and follow-up is absolutely crucial. So we're going to talk today about a few different follow-up systems. So I don't know whether you've heard of AMI, I don't know what it's called, I call it AMI. So it is AMI, the letters AMI. It's a free app that you can download. So if you go on your phone or on your computer, you can download the AMI app. And this is like having a personal assistant. So you get a free 30-day trial as a Sensi consultant. That's a deal that we've got with them. So you can try it out for 30 days and see what you think. And then after that, you can choose whether or not you want to purchase it. I think it's a monthly subscription. There's 2 different options. There's a pro version and there's a normal version. So there's different price points for it. So give it a trial and see if that works for you, because if it does, brilliant. I find it really well. So what it does is it links to your workstation directly. So you would log in through it and it automatically links to your workstation, and it sends you reminders like having a personal assistant. It'll send you a reminder of when to follow up with each customer, of when to send samples out to each customer, of when to say thank you to each customer. It even tells you when their birthdays are if you've got those details filled in online. So definitely have a go of the free trial of that app. It's called AMI, the letters AMI. It used to be called Maven, so you might have heard of it before, but it recently changed its name to AMI, so give that a go for a 30-day trial and see what you think. Also, if you like pen and paper, which I do as well, there's lots of different ways that you can do with just pen and paper. You can do a binder system, you can have a notebook system, it's totally up to you. One of the best ways I find to follow up is using the 2-2-2 system. So once I gave my order out, I would follow up in 2 days, in 2 weeks and in 2 months. So I would make a record of when I've given my orders out and the names of the people. Then in 2 weeks from, and put the date next to it, in 2 weeks from that date, in 2 days from that date, I would send them a message. My first follow-up is usually something like, which room did you decide to put your warmer in? Send me a picture, I'm so excited. Or I might say, what did you think of the sample that I popped in? I might say, which is your favourite wax bar if they've ordered a 6-pack? Or I might say something like, have you tried the new Fiesta Lime Wax? If there's a new one that they've ordered that they've never had before, how amazing is it? Something like that. So you're not messaging them after 2 days saying, right, what you're buying next. You are building a relationship. Building relationships is so important. So you are messaging them just to see what they think of the order, where they put the warmer, things like that. That's what you want to be doing on the 2-day one. Also, you want to be adding value to them as well. So you can follow up in 2 days, 2 weeks, and 2 months. So sometimes after the 2-week one, or even after the 2-day one, I might be educating them. So I might educate them on ways to change their wax. I might send them a little video of different ways to change their wax. So I might use a cotton cleanup, so you can get them on the family store, or you can just use cotton balls, just normal cotton balls. Pop them in to soak the wax up and throw it away. I might do a little quick video saying, this is how I change my wax, how are you changing yours? Or I might use the top of a wax bar, so the plastic lid. Once the wax is hardened, you can pop the corner of that in and just pop it out. I might send them a little video of that. So you're adding value to them. You're not just asking for a sale. You're building that relationship. You're showing them how things work, and you are educating them. You're really, really looking after your customers as much as you can. So 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. On the 2 months, if they haven't ordered already, that's when I would be looking for a sale. That's when I would say to them, this is what we've got as the wax of the month this month. How amazing does it sound? Would you like one? Or I would say something like, how are you getting on with your wax? Are you running low? Do you need any more? I'm putting an order in this week if there's anything I can get you. So my 2-month one is usually a follow-up for a sale. So my 2-week one, I'm just asking them how everything was, how everything is with their order. My 2-week one, I'm educating them, or I'm messaging them just to say, how are you, how's the family, how's the kids? And my 3rd one after 2 months is when I'm asking for the sale, if I haven't already got a sale off them in the meantime. Just by following up and asking how they are and asking how they're getting on, I might get a sale in the meantime. If I've said to them, what did you think of the sample I put in? They might order one of them before the 2 months is up, so then I wouldn't need to do that sale one because they've already ordered. Build that relationship, keep in regular contact, and don't just message them about Scentsy. Ask about the new kitchen, ask about the kids, ask how they're getting on during the school holidays, ask where they got their hair done, if they've just had their hair done. Build that relationship with people, build the friendships. People are more likely to buy off you if they like you, if you've got a relationship there, and if you've got a friendship there. So make sure that you build that, and always give samples. Samples are so easy to give, and I would much rather buy off someone who gives samples than somebody who doesn't give samples. Another top tip is to label everything. So put your details on everything. You can buy labels, you can buy them on eBay, you can buy them on Amazon. You can get them, I get them, they're called address labels, and you get like 74 on a sheet, and that's got my name, my website, and my phone number on. Is that what it's got on? Yeah, name, website, and phone number. Just little sticker them on everything. You can even get stickers made with your face on. You can get stickers made with your logo on. It is totally up to you. If you're using the actual Scentsy logo, you have to use an approved vendor. But if it's just got your name, your website, and things like that on, you can get them absolutely anywhere. And those address labels are really cheap. You can get them in white, gold, silver. You can get them in all different colours. I love the silver ones. They're so nice. So make sure that you label everything, because you don't know where it's getting sent to. You might put 3 samples in, and they might give 2 to a neighbour, and if that's got your label on and your details on, they can contact you. The waxes that they bought might not be for them that month, they might be for a gift for someone. So if you've labelled the waxes, if you've labelled the warmer and that's getting passed on as a gift, that's a new customer that you've got without realising. So make sure that you label absolutely everything in case it gets passed on, and also so your customer can get back in touch with you really quickly. So you can lift the wax lid and put your label inside. You can even put the label on the outside, just don't cover up anything that's important. So you can put over the little butterfly or something, but don't cover any of the ingredients or anything on there. So make sure that you label everything, and follow up is super important. You can, even when you follow up, you can say, how did you like your sample? Do you mind putting a review on my page? What do you think of your warmer? Have you got it set up here? Take a photo and put it on Facebook. Let me see it. I'm so excited. That's going to get other people interested as well, especially if they're tagging you in it. You can also pop in your order a little note that says something like, hope you love your order, take a photo and tag me on Facebook. That's a brilliant way to get more orders as well, because their friends and family are going to be seeing what they've ordered and be really nosy and want to see what else you sell as well. And if they're tagging you in it, then they know where to buy from. Scent of the month is a really good thing to put in as a sample, because you're not going to forget what it was. So if you've given an order out in July and you've given out the scent of the month for July, you're going to remember what that sample was, because quite often I'll message someone and say, how did you get on with your sample? And I can't actually remember the sample that I gave them. You can make a note of it, you can make a list of the samples that you give, but if you always give the scent of the month, that's a really good idea, because you know that order went out in July, what did you think of July scent of the month, and you can actually look up what that was. So scent of the month is a really good idea to give out as a sample. Also, scent of the month for the month that it's released is 10% off. So you can follow up and say, what did you think of the sample? We've actually got 10% off that wax bar this month only. So that's another really good way to get a sale. So I would recommend doing scent of the month every month. You can buy scent of the month as a 6-pack the month before it's released. So about 2 weeks before it's released, you can buy the next month's scent of the month as a 6-pack, chop it up ready to give out as samples. Any personal website orders, I always send out a thank you. That's really important. They've spent money on your website, they've spent money on shipping. Always send them out a thank you note. A thank you note goes so far. You can even leave them a voice note of a thank you, because their phone number will come up as well. You can leave them a voice message of a thank you. But their address will come up, so send out a thank you note, send out some samples. You can even send out a send circle with a handwritten thank you note on it. So with your 3.5 price items, when you're putting your orders in, stock up on things like send circles to give out for your website orders. You don't have to, you can just give a free sample, but if you're getting your send circles free anyway with your host credits, you might as well send them one of them. The thank you goes such a long way, especially when they've spent money on shipping directly to them. When I give my orders out, I like to put in a thank you note always, handwritten thank you note, it goes so far. I also like to put in join information and a product sheet as well, because I don't know whether they've seen a catalogue or a product sheet, especially if the new products are coming out and it's a new catalogue, you pop that in so they can have a browse while they're going through their order. You can pop in a referral card, you can ask them to refer to a friend. You can pop in, so you can do a thank you note, some samples, a referral card if you want to. You can pop in a business card if you want to, and you can pop in join information in there. It's totally up to you what you do, but try and do the same with every single order. Obviously if somebody's spending more money than someone else, so if someone's just buying a wax bar, just put in one wax sample, that's absolutely fine. If somebody's spending over £100 with you, you might want to think about popping in some extras like whiffs or bath soak samples, or even a send circle. Like I said, for my big spending customers, that's what I like to put in, but it's totally up to you. But I know that I would buy from someone who is going to put a sample in over someone who's not, to really think about that. So build friendships with your customers, and that will keep them coming back. Ask about their family, like their posts on Facebook as well. If you're Facebook friends with them, go through and like their posts. Like, really build a relationship. You are making friends with people, and people will buy off someone who they've got a relationship with. So make sure that you label everything, make sure that you thank everyone, make sure that you get to know your customers. Don't just message for a sale, that's not good. Message them for other things as well. Ask them how they are, ask them how the family is. Make sure that you go that extra mile, and that's going to keep your customers coming back. Really treat them like gold. Hope that's helped everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.